Good evening, fuckers, and welcome to the Wasteland. Instaco115 here, and I'm here to discuss the new DLC that's coming up. That's actually been confirmed today, which was on Best Buy's website. I'm not exactly here to talk about like breaking the news because it's been about a day now. This has been out and in the open. If you didn't hear about it, pretty much they've confirmed that Mob of the Dead will take place on Alcatraz Island, which is a real place in San Francisco. And you're going to be able to play as four famous Chicago gangsters, which I'm going to assume would be, guys like Al Capone, Pretty Boy Floyd. That Prohibition era is what it said specifically. So guys like that, are going to be your playable characters. They're also going to be played by famous actors. We don't know who those are going to be, but that should be a neat little thing. So now we know this is going to take place 1930s Chicago gangsters, as I just said. So then I got thinking. There's certain weapons that need to return in Mob of the Dead since we have this Al Capone theme going on. Um, there's a few weapons that I remember that have been in zombies, a few weapons that have never been in zombies and need to get added. So here we go. The first weapon that needs to be in there is the Thompson submachine gun, but not just that. It needs to be the Chicago typewriter, which is a Thompson with a drum mag. This was like the gangster gun. If you're gonna have Al Capone, you need to have the typewriter. It's blasphemy if you don't. Um, I would also like to see the sawed-off double-barrel shotgun. That was another favorite of Chicago gangsters. Um, that was a devastating tool back then. It was used quite often. I'd also like to see the Molotov cocktail back because that was a something that they would use to start fires to in street fights and stuff. So homemade stuff like that was something they always, what do I want to say? Homemade stuff like that is something they've always used. And so I think that's they should put a lot of stuff like that in there to give it a realistic feeling. Like having the new weapons is fine. I want to see that back. Obviously, have a cool wonder weapon, but weapons like that would be something I would want to see. Now, we should get a new melee weapon. Like we should get two new weapons actually. I think that the new Bowie knife should be a stiletto, which is a small little knife that they used to carry that would flip out. And it was quite deadly, very, very sharp. It could do a lot of damage, which, and I think that'd be really cool, even though, in all reality, it's not going to do half the damage a giant Bowie knife would do. But since when has zombies been realistic? It's all fantasy. So just to keep with the feel, I think that'd be cool. And then we could actually take the Galvanuckles and just make them brass knucks. Which I think is what they were going for anyway, but if you just unelectrify them, just make them brass knucks, because that was another favorite, was some brass knuckles, man. Just straight punch to the face, the thing would break your freaking jaw. I'm so happy about this, and just thinking about it now. This is such a cool direction they're going with it. I'm super excited for all this. Those are, and I'm just talking about some things that they gotta do, some things they really have to do if they're going to make this genuinely feel like a mobster map. Which is a great concept. I can't believe Treyarch's actually doing it. It's something we've talked about, but finally having it is going to be very cool. So, thanks for watching. Peace out.